Over roughly the past decade, cruise ships have gotten big, real big. As one line makes a ship that's larger, carries more passengers, and offers eye-catching activities, others then play catch-up in the arms race to build ships that everyone is talking about. And I'll cover all of the biggest ships from each major cruise line in just a moment. But have you ever wondered exactly why cruise ships continue to get larger and larger? What you might not know is that large ships offer several advantages over smaller ones. For one, larger ships carrying more passengers means that each trip the cruise ship takes can generate more revenue for the cruise line. That's pretty obvious. But it's not just cruise fare. With larger ships also packing more to do on board, there's an opportunity to increase the spending of those passengers on the ships with more restaurants and for-pay activities. Today's mega ships also can increase the economies of scale, creating more efficiency for the cruise line. Last but not least, rolling out a groundbreaking new ship also serves as a marketing device as the newest vessels get major coverage, which can then lead to increased buzz and bookings. So it is no surprise that in recent years, cruise ships have only gotten bigger. With that in mind, here are the current largest ships in each fleet as of right now, in order from smallest to largest. Celebrity Cruises is known for being a mix of luxury combined with still offering up a mega ship with lots to experience. Case in point, its largest cruise ship, Celebrity Beyond, ranks as one of the top 50 largest cruise ships on the planet. This vessel, part of the cruise line's Edge class, measures 140,600 gross tons, according to the cruise line. It also boasts a length of 1,073 feet. On board, Beyond can hold 3,260 guests at double occupancy in its 1,646 cabins. To give some sense of just how large cruise ships are today, however, Celebrity Beyond would have to increase in tonnage by about 67% to match Wonder of the Seas, the current largest cruise ship in the world. But more on that vessel in a moment. Princess is well known for offering a more luxurious experience than mass market lines, and that typically means having smaller ships. In fact, the largest ships in the fleet are smaller than what you see from other major cruise lines, but these ships are still substantial. In this case, Discovery Princess comes in at 145,000 gross tons. Discovery is 1,083 feet long and boasts 1,830 cabins. That means at double occupancy, the ship carries 3,660 passengers, although that figure would rise when 3 or more people are put into a cabin. Perhaps surprisingly, the size of Princess ships hasn't increased as drastically as seen with other cruise lines. This class of ships debuted in 2013 with Royal Princess, which is just slightly smaller at roughly 142,000 gross tons. That said, the cruise line will welcome a new class of ship when Sun Princess debuts in 2024. This ship will measure nearly 180,000 gross tons and carry about 4,300 passengers at double occupancy. Norwegian Cruise Line is an outlier of the major cruise lines in that its newest ships are actually going smaller. The current newest ship is Norwegian Prima, which first started sailing in 2022. But the largest ship in the fleet is Norwegian Encore, which actually debuted in 2019. Encore is part of the cruise line's Breakaway Plus class. The ship measures 169,116 gross tons, or about 24,000 gross tons more than Discovery Princess. Encore measures 1,094 feet, carries just shy of 4,000 people at double occupancy. Note that NCL provides a double occupancy figure, which is typically smaller than a full capacity figure. While the ship may not be the largest in the world, it does stand out when it comes to amenities on board. For one, it's built with an outdoor focus, including the waterfront, which is a quarter-mile outdoor promenade that brings you closer to the ocean. Then there's Ocean Loops, an intense water slide that takes you out over the edge of the ship, complete with clear tubes so you can see exactly where you are before it brings you back in on board. Perhaps the most eye-catching feature is the Encore Speedway, an actual go-karting track at the top of the ship. Officially listed by Carnival Cruise Line at 183,521 gross tons, Carnival Celebration, built in 2022, takes the crown as the largest ship in the Carnival fleet. It is just slightly larger than sister ship Mardi Gras, which comes in at 180,800 gross tons. So what do you get for that sort of size? Carnival Celebration measures 1,130 feet long, about 50 feet longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall, carries 2,687 staterooms. That gives a capacity of 6,631 passengers at completely full occupancy. Across the 15 passenger decks, there are nearly 20 different places to grab a bite to eat. Activities include a complete water park with 3 slides, a sport court, and even an 800-foot long roller coaster, Bolt, that goes up to 40 miles an hour. There are also live versions of game show classics like Deal or No Deal and Family Feud held on the ship. Stateside, MSC is still making inroads, but it is a major brand globally. And it also takes a special position in having the largest cruise ship in the world outside of those built by Royal Caribbean. The title of MSC's largest ship goes to MSC World Europa. This massive vessel comes in at a staggering 215,863 gross tons, was launched in late 2022. It features 2,626 staterooms on board across its 1,093 feet of length. At full occupancy, World Europa can carry 6,762 passengers, putting it just shy of that 7,000 guest mark. Of course, on a ship that large, there can be no shortage of things to do. Surprisingly, however, the ship only has 13 dining venues, but it has a 340-foot promenade indoors, an 11-deck slide that takes passengers spinning down on a thrilling ride, bumper cars, and 7 different swimming pools. Now when it comes to the largest cruise ships on the planet, Royal Caribbean takes the crown. Their Oasis-class ships are currently the biggest in the world, with all 5 of the largest cruise ships in the world being part of that group. While these ships are similar, the largest in the class, and therefore the largest in the world, is Wonder of the Seas, which first began sailing last year in 2022. Coming in at 235,600 gross tons and measuring 1,188 feet, ship is about 28% larger than Carnival Celebration. As for passengers, Wonder of the Seas can carry a staggering 7,084 passengers when completely full in all of its nearly 2,900 cabins. Those passengers have no shortage of things to see, do, and eat. Wonder of the Seas has more than 20 places to grab a bite, features activities like the Flow Rider Standing Wave, multiple pools, an aqua theater for performances utilizing high divers, and even a zip line across the back of the ship. One thing to note, when Royal Caribbean debuts Icon of the Seas in late 2023, it will take the title of world's largest cruise ship. It's slated to top 250,000 gross tons. Now before I go, you might be wondering not just about the largest cruise ships for every line, but the largest cruise ships in the world. In that case, I have you covered. Although I do have to warn you that this list, it does get a little bit boring. That's because on the list of the largest ships in the world, it's Royal Caribbean and then everyone else. As mentioned, the Oasis class vessels, they dominate here and they take prize as all 5 of the largest cruise ships on the planet at the moment. First, of course, is Wonder of the Seas, although will be eclipsed soon by Icon of the Seas when that ship debuts. Coming in second is Symphony of the Seas, which was built in 2018. It's roughly the same size as Wonder, but comes in about 4% smaller based on gross tonnage. Third on the list is Harmony of the Seas, built in 2016, that's just barely smaller than Symphony, followed by the 4th largest cruise ship in the world, Oasis of the Seas, which was actually built in 2009. 5th place in this class of ships is Allure of the Seas, which made its maiden voyage in 2010. Now, if you're wondering just how big of a difference there is between the largest and the smallest in this class of ships, Wonder of the Seas is about 235,000 gross tons according to Royal Caribbean, while Allure of the Seas is about 225,000. So that's a difference of only about 4%. And as mentioned, the next ship on the largest list is MSC World Europa at nearly 216,000 gross tons, or about 8% smaller than Wonder of the Seas. About 50 feet taller than they actually aren't that much larger than other ships in cruise line from other major cruise lines, but they are still substantial. And as mentioned, the next ship on the largest list, it's MSC, but they are still substantial. Ugh.